Chidananda here. I'm in Sedona, Arizona, and that right there is Cathedral Rock. Beautiful set of buttes, and again, that's these things that kind of jut up into the sky. It's actually caused through erosion, as far as I know. And yeah, you see a whole lot of tourists here hiking the trail. Not necessarily here for meditation today. I have not meditated in this spot yet. What you do on days like this, one, you come earlier. I already had a hike this morning before the crowds, so I'm getting one more in at least for the morning, the later morning. And you just work around the crowds. You find a place off to the side. Don't go off trail without awareness. You don't want to disturb nature, for one. There's a reason why there are trails in these places. They get a lot of foot traffic. You go off trail and you stomp on something, you might be hurting a habitat for like a home for an animal. So be aware if you do take that risk, and generally don't do that. But generally you'll find places that are still kind of within the range of where humans can go, and they're just a little more private, and then you can meditate there. So that's generally my strategy when there's a bunch of people. Pretty cool. You got a whole bunch of people walking up to this top piece. I think it would be really cool to meditate up there, so I'm gonna go and see how it feels up there. But I also have a really great spot here, and there's no one here, so I might come back down to this area, beautiful flat rock, and meditate here. I'd be pretty well alone here, so, or maybe over there. Check out this amazing view. So nothing is worth really dying for here. It's a beautiful place. There's what I'm dealing with. So some advanced, well, rock climbers, that's easy for rock climbers. For non-rock climbers, that's advanced. Also, when climbing up steep places, think about how you're going to get back down. I have gotten myself into a situation long ago where it was challenging to get there, and I took a risk even getting to there because I really liked that spot over there. And then I meditated there, and then getting back was even more challenging. That was a scary day. So learn from my mistake. Don't get yourself into situations you can't get out of. Going down is often more difficult than going up. So keep that in mind as you're going up. And you can always turn around early. All right, I made that little piece. Got a little left to get to the outlook. Two things that helps. Hands free. Have a backpack. Put your stuff in the backpack. So much easier to have balance when there's nothing in your hands. No phone, no nothing. And the other is good pair of shoes. Or barefoot if you feel comfortable. Depends on the terrain. The human foot is very adaptable to all kinds of surfaces. A lot of shoes are worn out, and that makes it dangerous. Certainly no flip-flops on a trail like this. Very dangerous. I've actually seen it all out here on the trails, so be smart, be aware. Just taking a little break almost at the top. Something to do with the altitude gets me a little lightheaded, so I know not to even get close to pushing the limits on that. So that's safety awareness. It's not about fear. Caution is a different thing. It's coming from awareness. And look at this gorgeous view I'm looking at right now. Two people down there saying this climb is stupid. And from their perspective, that is correct. I've done enough hikes like this where I feel confident. I know my strengths and weaknesses, and I know how to calculate for it all. So in my case, I don't think it's stupid. I think it's amazing. But yeah, you shouldn't push your limits. Oh, and the last thing I'll say here is for safety. I was talking about footwear earlier. There's nothing like hiking boots. There's really nothing like the human foot, but that can be dangerous for other reasons. A hiking boot has supreme protection up the ankle, and it has supreme grip, way better than a running shoe. Running shoes work, especially if they are newer and have good tread, but nothing like a hiking boot. All right, I made it to the top. Look at this view. Well, relatively speaking, I made it to one of the tops. I'll show you what the other top looks like. Beautiful little place to meditate here. Not too many people in the exact vicinity. And that's actually looking like a pretty easy hike. So maybe I'll do that after if there's time. Feels great here. What a way to start a day. It's just past 9 a.m. Suffering is a part of life, but life is too short to live in suffering for too long. There are many strategies and pathways out of suffering, by and large. One of those strategies is coming to nature. Beautiful power spots like this one here, Cathedral Rock in Sedona, Arizona. Meditate here, be still. Just be. Remember the deepest, truest part of you. So I just climbed that. Not all the way to the top, but pretty high up there, somewhere up there. And wow, I feel alive. Great exercise. Everything's vibrant here. And the meditation up there was amazing. Beautiful vortex, as they call them here. Also known as an energy spot or power spot. I will definitely be back here to Cathedral Rock. Well, I had a wonderful day meditating on Bell Rock. There she is behind me. And I got about a mile back to the car. Beautiful nature all the way back. And what a lovely place to meditate. I definitely recommend this place. These rocks are slippery. Be safe. Remember that it's harder, more difficult usually coming down than going up. So you keep that in mind as you're choosing your route up. And it was very safe overall. But just have some awareness there. Enjoy nature and meditation.